Petty Revenge for a Really Bad Life as a Slave. I'm Spartacus, 30M, and I've got a little story about how I took down my former owner in the most petty way possible. So, I was a slave in the gladiator pits, forced to fight and entertain these rich, arrogant Romans who treated me like garbage. They thought they could control me and everyone else like we were property. One day, I got fed up. My fellow slaves and I had been planning for this moment for a while. Nothing big, just a little payback for all the years of mistreatment. I'm not one for subtlety, so instead of plotting some grand revolution from the start, I went straight for the most satisfying petty revenge possible. I waited until my master was getting ready for a big feast with all his fancy Roman buddies. He thought he was so high and mighty, showing off his slaves, when, bam! I led a rebellion, grabbed his prized possessions, and made sure his best wine and fancy food were completely ruined. After that, we took over the house, and I made sure every single one of his priceless things either got smashed or borrowed for good. You should have seen the look on his face when he realized he couldn't just replace what I took, no matter how much gold he had. It wasn't a huge rebellion at first, but it was enough to let him know that a life of mistreating people was about to cost him big time. Yeah. Eventually, it turned into a war. But the real revenge? That came from watching the arrogant Romans lose everything they thought was unshakable.